Explosive NBA drama. Jaylen Brown is calling out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the league itself. The Celtics are on a roller coaster, and Jayson Tatum is back. Plus, where do the Celtics rank now? We break it all down. Don't miss a second, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
That's not basketball. Jaylen Brown unleashes a fiery accusation against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's foul baiting tactics during a tense Celtics Thunder matchup, and the hot mic caught every word. This isn't the first time Brown has voiced his frustration with SGA's style of play, previously calling it foul baiting-s. He's also openly criticized the NBA's officiating, feeling like calls are inconsistent and that players like himself who play the game a certain way are penalized while others who manipulate contact are rewarded. This comes after Brown himself was ejected from a game against the Spurs for arguing with officials, highlighting a growing tension between players and referees and a debate about what constitutes legitimate basketball plays versus strategic manipulation. The league's history of fining players for actions towards officials, like Luka Doncic's gesture, sets a precedent for how Brown's vocal criticism might be viewed. Jayson Tatum has even chimed in, expressing concern about officials being too quick to eject players. With the Celtics facing recent losses, Brown's frustration is palpable and could impact the team's momentum. Fans are divided, with some agreeing with Brown's sentiment about the integrity of the game, while others defend SGA's ability to draw fouls. Analysts are debating the impact of such comments on player-referee relations and the future of officiating in the league. Will Jaylen Brown face further repercussions for his outspoken criticism? And what does Jayson Tatum's return mean for the Celtics' championship aspirations? Despite a couple of recent tough losses, the Boston Celtics are showing resilience and proving they can compete with the league's elite, even when short-handed. The Celtics recently dropped close games to the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, marking their first two-game losing streak in 2 months. However, the context is crucial. They faced the Spurs without key players like Peyton Pritchard, Nikola Vucevic, and Jaylen Brown, who was ejected, and then battled the Thunder without Jayson Tatum, Derek White, and Vucevic. Despite these absences, the Celtics pushed both top-tier teams to the brink, demonstrating the depth and competitive spirit of Joe Mazzulla's squad. Coach Mazzulla highlighted the team's effort, toughness, and execution as positives, acknowledging that a few key possessions made the difference. Fans and analysts are encouraged by the Celtics' ability to hang with strong opponents without their full roster. The emergence of bench players like Ron Harper Jr., Jordan Walsh, and Luka Garza, who all posted positive plus-minus ratings in the Thunder game, is a significant takeaway. Jayson Tatum's gradual return from Achilles surgery is also a point of optimism, with his scoring and playmaking showing promise, though he's still working back to full strength. Jaylen Brown's recent surge in assists, reaching a mark not seen since Rajon Rondo in 2014, also indicates a developing aspect of his game. Can the Celtics' depth and Tatum's recovery propel them to the NBA Finals? And how does their recent performance stack up against the league's best? The Boston Celtics are climbing the ranks, now sitting at number 3 in Bleacher Report's latest NBA power rankings, a testament to their strong season despite recent road losses. Despite dropping 2 consecutive games on the road to the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Celtics have ascended 1 spot to 3rd in the latest power rankings from Andy Bailey at Bleacher Report. This rise underscores the team's overall impressive performance throughout the season, with their record standing at 43-23. Bailey specifically highlighted the return of Jayson Tatum from his Achilles surgery as a major factor, suggesting that a fully healthy Tatum could make Boston a formidable challenger to teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder in a potential finals matchup. Fans are buzzing about the Celtics' potential, especially with Tatum back in the lineup and the team showing they can compete even in his absence. Analysts are closely watching Tatum's progression and how his minutes will be managed as the playoffs approach, with many believing Boston has the pieces to make a deep postseason run. The team's ability to keep games close against top competition, even without their stars, is a key indicator of their championship aspirations. With Jayson Tatum regaining his form, can the Celtics overcome their recent struggles? And what other teams are making waves in the league's hierarchy? Jaylen Brown is questioning the NBA's officiating and player incentives, specifically calling out the league for rewarding foul baiting and even suggesting he might need to flop a little bit more to get calls. Following his ejection against the San Antonio Spurs, where he was upset about a non-call on a lost ball out of bounds, Jaylen Brown expressed his frustration with the current state of officiating. He believes that players who exaggerate contact or flop are often rewarded with calls, while players who drive aggressively and play through contact, like himself, don't always get the benefit of the doubt. Brown explicitly stated, "I just don't think it's basketball," and questioned the league's approach to foul calls, suggesting it encourages manipulation of the game. This sentiment was echoed after the Celtics lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder, where Brown felt he didn't get the benefit of the doubt on strong drives. Despite his criticism, Brown himself had a high free throw rate in that game, drawing 14 attempts. NBA fans are actively debating Brown's comments, with some agreeing that the league needs to address foul baiting, while others point out that drawing fouls is a strategic part of basketball. Analysts are discussing whether Brown's outspokenness will lead to fines or a shift in officiating philosophy, noting the league's history of penalizing players for actions directed at officials. Jayson Tatum has also voiced his opinion, expressing concern over referees being trigger-happy to eject players. Will Jaylen Brown's strong words lead to a change in how fouls are called? And what's next for the Celtics as they navigate these controversies and Jayson Tatum's return? That's a wrap on a wild week in the NBA. We saw Jaylen Brown calling out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the league's officiating. The Celtics showed grit in tough losses, proving they can hang with the best even without their stars. And Jayson Tatum is back, boosting Boston's championship hopes as they rise in the power rankings. You don't want to miss any of this action, so make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell turned on. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and follow us on all social media platforms for more. Thanks for watching.